Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WWTF. We want the Fights the Game Show. I'm MikeC.
And I am Fred Y.
Hey, man. Today we talking to you about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
And I do have to apologize, man, for coming in so late on this thing. You know, a lot of life events got in the way, so you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna go into all of that, man. We just want to keep some happy spirits. But we're here to talk about Final Fantasy, and of course, I am not a Final Fantasy guy. Mike is, and he has played this thing. Mike, how many hours you done put into this thing?
I put a whole whopping 70 hours.
70
70
hours
hours.
into this game. So
Yes.
if you have any questions for Mike about this game, you can ask him because I know nothing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into it, Mike. Let's start off with the first category.
So we're going to talk about graphics.
Okay. What does the graphics? Oh, okay. Now again, what system does this thing come out on?
This is a PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Okay. PlayStation 5
PS5
exclusive.
exclusive, yep.
Okay. All right. So graphics on this thing, and this is video of gameplay that I took off the internet just for everybody to know. Um, and we are live. Mike, let me check the mics on here and make sure that they can hear us out here. Uh,
Can you hear me?
okay, yeah. All right, we're good. All right. And
So,
before you start again, I don't know why every time we go to a live show, it keeps saying something about depression, and
mm,
I'm using Restream, and for some reason, it is not updating the uh, the two platforms that we are currently streaming on, and that's YouTube and Facebook. So I apologize for that, man. But go ahead, Final Fantasy Seven.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So this is the second of a three-part trilogy that they're doing, a re-release for Final Fantasy VII that came out many moons ago on the PlayStation. So I did play the original, but this new one I am diving into right now. I'm gonna be totally transparent. I have not beat the second one yet. I did beat the first one, but the second one, like Fred stated that I said earlier, 70 hours in. So I'm
Mm.
just going by what I played so far, and I played a big portion and chunk of it. So I think I could give you my honest take and feedback upon it.
All right.
So going to graphics. So graphics wise, cinematic graphics and close up graphics, phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Look like you're watching a movie. If anybody saw that Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, you would see far as like that. This is what you would expect far as in the Final Fantasy type of game with cinematics. That
Mm.
being said, before as taking to the actual the world and stuff, the world is massive. When
Mm.
you first start playing this game, it's just I'm starting to dive into the story. I'm trying to keep it focused on here because it's a lot of stuff to talk about. When you first start playing the game and actually first get into it, cinematics, beautiful, breathtaking, takes your breath away. But far as when you start getting into the actual gameplay, far as like the walking around and everything, I enjoy the interactiveness, the role playing and stuff like that. But
Mm.
walking around talking to people and walking in some of the green, there is a lot of pop ups. So you got a lot of pop up in this game.
Mm.
They're supposed to be coming out with a new PlayStation 5 Pro. Maybe they'll eliminate the pop ups, but for now, honestly, just graphic wise, I had to give it a 4.
Okay. So full on the graphics. Now let me ask you about this, because you know we can no longer get into the stages of where we're accepting subpar graphics from these
Right.
machines that we've paid for, um, because as all y'all know is the life cycle of the PlayStation 5 is ending, and the PlayStation 6 is going to be announced. I don't know how soon, but um, graphically, do you think that it holds up to what the PlayStation 5 can really offer?
No, I still think there's still more juice up in here. Um, they still need more time with the system. Granted, this did come out. How long we had these systems? About 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
4 years, right? So this is coming towards the time where they should start to understand the system. They're not there yet, but they should start to understand the system, and that's why a lot of the heavy hitters they're not putting out right then and there on the first part of it.
Mm.
It's just usually a lot of stuff they're familiar with, just like this GTA 6 or whatever. This GTA 6, you know, is going to have a long cycle coming up. That's why they didn't bring it out, I think, so early because they wanted to get a feel of the systems and how to operate it. Because you know, like you said, we're not standing for no subpar graphics
Mm.
with what these machines should offer. I mean, like because it's supposed to be the next gen. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
This is gonna be old gen soon. You know, but there's still some juice up in here with this PlayStation Pro. We'll talk more on that later. I don't think, as far as what they're offering for the PlayStation Pro, it really doesn't seem like an actual step up to me. Like I said, we haven't seen nothing, no actual gameplay or anything of this stuff. We just hear, as far as just the specs and stuff like that of the game system coming out. So yeah, I think they still got more juice up in there. I think with a couple updates, they could streamline a little bit, eliminated some of these pop the game. Granted, this is a truly ambitious and huge game.
Okay. All right. What's next on the category, Mike?
This is actually gameplay, so diving right into
Mm-hmm.
gameplay. And oh man, you will be playing this junk. You do not want to let it put it down. You know what I'm saying? It's just like so much you can do, you know, in this game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I might be hitting a little bit on replayability, but it's just like so much you can do. Like I said, I'm 70 hours in. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you start walking in this role playing game. I know everybody that likes to play role playing game. You see something, hey, let me go check out this. That's about 2-3 hours of your time going to check out this. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh man, let me go check out this. Then that's another 2 or 3 hours and like that. Oh, you're like, oh yeah, I got the main story to contend with. Let me go see
Mm-hmm.
what's going on in the main story. You know what I'm saying? Because like the game doesn't overwhelm you too much at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they give you like this little pocket that you sit in first with a lot of people that play the demo. You'll be able you carry over some of your saves and everything, so you don't have to replay all that introductory stuff again. You can just dive right into the game, which I appreciate them actually giving out a demo for this so people can dive in and see what this game is all about. But as far as gameplay wise, man, phenomenal. Controls are responsive. There's different type of things you can do, different type of mini games, plethora of different types of stuff, man. It's just a fun playing game, man. If you like the first one, you'll love the second because there's so much more you can do.
Now let me ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
as far as interacting with other players, is this a single player game or is this an online game? And if so, like, what's the
This is strict.
capacity?
This is strictly a single player game.
Oh,
Final
just
Fantasy is just like the other one. It's just a single player game. You can swap as far as when you're battling between the different characters, so
mm-hmm.
you actually can control them instead of like, you know, hitting a button and be like, hey, this character do that, this the character do that. What I like about this one, it allows it allows you to pick those different characters and stuff like that. You actually play them in game, far as when you're battling, as
Mm-hmm.
well as on some of the side missions and main story. You like take over. Okay, you're gonna be Barret this time, or you're gonna be Aerith this time, or you're gonna be Tifa this time. So the game gives you different scenarios where you just have these characters, and characters drop in and out at certain times of the game where you can't access certain characters just
Mm-hmm.
depending on what's going on, or let's say if you had to rescue a character from dying or something like that. So the games gives you a lot of stuff to do, man, which I appreciate Final Fantasy 7 for. And like the first Final Fantasy, for those just taking it back, the first Final Fantasy was like, you know, like a point and click type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It was this right here is like fully action. I forgot the exact term for it. As far as like you do the action, it's not that point and click type of thing. As far as with the other
With the
Final Fantasy.
RGP.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like full range action. You know what I'm saying? You actually hitting the buttons and stuff like that instead of you just hit the button, sit back and wait. Then you hit another button, sit back and wait. Oh, it's my turn. Like bam. Then you wait, you get hit, bam. No, it's more
Yeah.
interactive. Yeah.
Um, I forgot the name of that, but it reminds when you were saying that the only thing I can think of is like the South Park game where Cartman is a wizard. Turn
Yeah,
based, I
yeah.
think. Turn based.
Turn based.
Turn
Exactly.
based.
Exactly. That's what I'm. Yeah, turn based. Yeah, it's not turn based.
All
So
right.
it's fully action and everything. You build up your meters and stuff like that. So fun game, brother. Fun game, man.
All right. What's next on the category, Mike?
Storyline. This storyline It's for. Did I give gameplay? I'm sorry, I get gameplay at 5, man. That was wonderful.
Game
So
plays.
storyline, I give it a 5 too. It is like so much stuff going on, but they give you information that makes you want to dive into it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so many. It's a whole different take for those people that played the first Final Fantasy. This is like turning everything on its head. You really don't know what to expect or how characters are going to be introduced. You have some type of inkling or idea, but they throw you for a loop every time. And I love that feeling that the game feels fresh. You know what I'm saying? It's like a familiar game, but not. You know what I'm saying? It's like a game with a beautiful new coat of paint, and it's just a breath of fresh air as far as playing this game, man. This storyline is just phenomenal. I don't want to spoil it for those that haven't beat it. I'm one of them, so I haven't beat it yet. But the storyline is it's just so much stuff going on. You have Zach up in here, and you're like, what how is he here? What's going on and stuff like that, man? It's just like, what the hell's going on, you know? And I'm like, wow, it's just, man, I give it a 5, bro. Storyline 5, man.
All right. So what's next on the category, Mike?
Last but not least is replayability. Replayability. So, like I said, I'm 70 hours in. This game has about 100 plus hours, as far as if you wanna complete everything, as far as with this game to dive. So it's got a full replayability. I know people just want to run through it and get to the main story or whatever. But you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't do all those side missions and stuff like that, because it gives you the full Final Fantasy experience, man. They got one game that brings you like a Minecraft type of thing, man. And oh man, this was a rough game, as far as with the Minecraft and as far as the defense type of games and stuff like that, man. It's so many games and everything you could do, as far as like it takes you back to almost old school, like I want to say like Duck Hunt or Hogan's Alley or something like that, and everything, as far as how you got to hit the targets and stuff like that when you go to the beach town. Forgive me if I'm not naming these names of these places right, but man, uh, it's just so much stuff you can do. You can ride little two wheelie carts, man. You run around on chocobos. They have different abilities. Um, you dig for treasure. You do so much in this game, man. So replayability is replayability overload. So you got a lot of stuff to do. So you'll have a great time. I give that a 5 as well too.
All right. So let me ask you this: once you complete the game, if you've captured all the stuff that you need on the first go, is there something different on the second time that you play this game, where
I
there's
believe I, I believe I did hear like there's going to be like a new game plus type of thing.
mm,
I know. Going back to the other Final Fantasy 16, they did add a lot of new stuff, as far as a new game plus or different DLC. You know how we feel about DLC here on the Gamer Show.
yeah.
We think all that stuff should be already up in the game, but they do offer you different type of caveats, as far as for that. I think they're going to do like a new game plus or something, as far as for this or whatever. But as of right now, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just thinking there's a new game plus and stuff coming on through.
Okay.
All right.
All
So I
right.
want to give a final verdict, brother.
Let me go ahead and find the button for it. All right. Final verdict, Mike. Mike,
You?
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Stupid. Mm-hmm.
Is it a buy, rent, or see? I still don't know if you can. Yeah, Redbox is still renting video games and
That
games
box is
like.
still out there.
All right.
Yep.
So is this a bypass or rent?
Oh man, most definitely buy it, man. You love Final Fantasy, you're gonna love this game too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you played old ones or whatever, this one right here. Everybody that I know that played Final Fantasy, they love this new take and everything up on it, man. They're not disappointed in the least, man. So most definitely get this thing, enjoy yourself. A whole lot of fun to have in this game, man. It's definitely worth the amount of money for it. So yeah, man, go ahead and get that junk.
All right. Well, you heard it from Mike, and honestly, when y'all watch these reviews, I always say just don't take our opinion. Go
Mm-hmm.
watch other people's opinions because we're not. This is our truth, right? So if you're undecided, or if you know, most of the people that do watch us do agree with what we say in these game reviews, and we
Right.
appreciate that. But we don't want you to this to be your final say. Check out other people's reviews. Maybe this is not the game for you. Maybe this is the game for you.
Mm-hmm.
We're quite honest on this show. Um, I tell you off the back, I haven't really dove into Final Fantasy. The last time I was in the Final Fantasy thing was when I had a PlayStation 2 and it came with the hard drive. So that kind of tells you how I feel about some of these games. And you know, um,
Right.
just go do your research, man. And Mike says this is an excellent game, and you go out there, go ahead and get it, man. I trust his opinion as well as he. Well, we don't always agree on
You got
games.
that right. You right. We don't.
We never do. So this is not a show where we're gonna start kissing somebody butt and say, "Oh yeah, I played the Monster in 9. Yeah, it's great," and they threw us a couple of dollars. No, if the game sucks, we're gonna let you know. If the
Yeah, we gonna
game is
tell you.
great, we're gonna tell you. We don't sugarcoat nothing here, man. So
Right.
we keep it a $1.50.
Right. 100, brother.
Uh,
So
but
is that it right now?
that's about it.
All right, man. So until next time, you guys can hit us up at thagamersshow@gmail.com. That's the Game Show for tonight. Don't forget to have a Facebook store page to find low prices. Don't forget to tell people about what we do here at the Game Show and hit that notification bell to notify when we drop videos like these. Thank you.
And please like and subscribe and follow us. Hit the subscribe bells and the notifications to make sure that you catch us every time we live stream. We're sporadic when we do it right now. But yeah, man. And we appreciate all the love, bro. But we'll see you next time on WWTF,
You want the facts.
the Gaming Show.
Next time, keep watching as always. Thanks for tuning in. Peace, y'all.